All right, this is Saturday, the 21st. This is day number 13 on the X39 LifeWave patch. All right, sun is out. It's a beautiful day out. Good day to get some exercise and stay hydrated. Plenty of water. Get you some water, some Gatorade, or something to keep them electrolytes up and going. All right, just want to give you an update. Patches is, I'm still, like I said, I am pleased with how they are working for me. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, not your physician, not giving medical advice whatsoever. But I can share with you that the patches are working good. I tried the X39 as well as the energy patches. Energy patches, the brown and white patch, put the white on the right side, brown patch on the left side of your chest, upper chest, and you can feel that energy boost throughout the day. It's a good day. It's a good day. All right. Another day at the office, the home office, working on been getting some stuff done outside today, getting some plants transferred over, moving some dirt around, getting some of that good soil off the woods that got the worm casings in it and the worms in it as well. Real good for your plants. I don't know how many of y'all out there are in the planting your garden, your fruit trees, or anything that you're growing. You want to have some worms. Want to have some worms in it. It'll help with the getting the soil right, getting everything that the soil needs to have in it, the nutrients, which oftentimes is better than fertilizer. The worm casings. If you don't get you if you don't want to buy the casings, you can actually just buy you about 15, 20, 30 worms, put them in a bin with some good soil. Some people use them for composting worms, or you can use them just to do your own little compost with the vegetation, with your vegetable scraps, as they call it. Mix them in a bin with the worms and some soil, and watch the worms do what they do. Worms do a lot of duplicating, and the worm casings are excellent, so you can have some nice produce. And if you, I know some say, I don't have the space to do no growing. Well, you can say to somebody on YouTube, they were growing in pots on the balcony of their apartment. So you can have very little space and still put some stuff in some pots. Put you a couple of plants, some smaller plants, something with some herbs, some of those little cherry tomatoes, or one with the leafy vegetables. That's the one I recommend. That way you can pluck you some of them leaves off there and make you some fresh salads. You'll be surprised. You don't need as many leaves as you think to make a decent salad. It's almost like you're just giving your lettuce plant a pruning, and they grow back real fast. Like I said, it's something that you can put in your windowsill. You're getting some sun through the window, or you can put it out on the balcony, as long as it gets some sun and some water. So you can start growing your own, even with the bell peppers. People just a lot of times just throw the scraps out, cut that bell pepper open, and just toss the seeds in the trash. When they just take the whole of the bell pepper out, well, all of those seeds, you can replant them seeds. You can replant them seeds that's inside of the bell pepper instead of tossing them in the trash. Same way with the onion. If you cut how that onion at the end, it'll have them roots that's coming out of it. Well, you can cut that off when you're chopping up your onion. cut that off and just have it like a quarter of the way down, and still you can replant that piece that you cut off into the soil, and you'll see a green sprout that'll sprout through the top opening, and it'll duplicate itself. A lot of stuff that we take for granted that we slide into the trash is actually good for compost, or it's good for regrowing. Everything you see in the store, somebody grew it. Might as well give it a try. There ain't no wrong way to do it. And there's so many videos out there, and YouTube channels and Instagrams, where you can find out how to regrow whatever your favorite fruit or vegetable is. I found that a lot of people use those, you know, those little small swimming pools, them little baby swimming pools. Well, those are excellent for growing strawberries. Go figure. Just the right height. You can drag it around wherever you feel like dragging it, where it's still getting the right amount of sun. Oh yeah, I'm on my journey. I almost went around full circle. Yeah, you can put use those plants, even old jugs, old milk cartons. Put you some holes in the bottom where they can drain off. Just put you about 5 holes at the bottom. Get you some potting soil. Go about halfway up the jug, and you can still put you some plants in there and just cut the top part of the milk carton or juice carton off, and just you can leave the handle where it's easy to carry. Start small. Start on something small, and you can just to give yourself a trial run. Start on something small. Start on something that you like to eat yourself, that you wouldn't mind growing. All right. Like I always say, the scripture in the Bible say, bodily exercise profiteth a little. Get the little. Get the little. I know it's warm, but it is good to sweat. It's good to be in the sun where it can activate that vitamin D that's already within us. We all need that vitamin D activated. And that we get it from the SU. We already got the vitamin D in us, but the sun is what activates it and kicks it in and duplicates it. All right. All right, y'all have a blessed day. I'm gonna get back to work. I got some more digging to do. Let me see, let me show you where I'm at. Doing a little digging. Getting some soil. I'm gonna drop me some worms in there and mix it with some of that other soil. You can see I pulled it right out of the woods, right around these roots. Plenty of worms in it, and this is good dirt because it ain't had a lot of stuff growing in it for years, so it's already gonna have a lot of the nutrients and stuff that I need in it to go into the produce. There's that dirt. Good dirt. So I'll just pull all the extra roots out, pull all them extra little stems out of there, and mix it with a little of my fertilizer and little of that other soft soil, and put it in some pots. In the pots, I'm gonna put it in some of those plastic containers. I'll show you some of them plastic containers, and go about halfway up. And then put some seeds. The cucumbers really like this heat, and they take off and grow fast. So I'll be able to separate some of those and put them in the pots. So the cucumbers are sprouting up. They're doing pretty good. Like I said, they like that heat and that warm water. The bell pepper is doing good. Some more tomatoes I got left over, some other peppers, some beets. So I'm gonna take those and put them in some of these pots, these plastic pots. Mix some of that soil with some of this raised bed organic soil and mix it in there together. And then go about, when I stick the plants in there, and I'm gonna transfer some of these summer squash too, because they're ready to get separated and put into the pot. The bigger the pot that they have by themselves, the individual plant, the more that they can spread out and flex their wings and kind of get more fruit, get more vegetables on them. All right, everything's starting to sprout. You're getting all this good sun, but you got to keep it watered. Got to keep it watered. Like these right here, some greens I just put into some pots, and they were saggy and tired earlier this morning from the heat. But I just watered the pots real good and then put a spritzer on top of them so they can endure the rest of the heat throughout the day, and they bounce back because they need that water as well as the sun. They need that sun. Here's the tomato plants. Got a few more greens, a few more tomatoes. All right, so I still got my work cut out for me. Oh yeah, this right here, this is some good stuff right here. Aloe vera plant. You can get your aloe vera plant where you can cut your little piece off of that. You can cut that off. You can eat it plain, cut some little pieces off, and then scrape the skin off. And then that little bit, it'll be like a slimy film that's inside of there, and that's real good for your skin. You can put that on your skin. You can put that on wounds. Like I got a bite the other day. You can't even really see it. It was right there. Got something that bit me while I was out here working. Aloe vera on it, and as you can see, it's gone. It works real good on the skin. All right, peace. Y'all have a good rest of your Saturday, and I'll see you later.